Good morning, my unstoppable people. Yes, indeed. Got my coffee, ready to go, go, go. Welcome to the Unstoppable Podcast with me and my brother D. What's up, D? Mr. Law Society.
Hey, what it do, Mr. Unstoppable, man? Another day, we back in it, baby.
We back in it again. We recording another podcast. We all, man. To our listeners, the ones that's following us and that support us, you can definitely follow us on this platform. If you love what we doing, love seeing our handsome faces on camera, man. You can definitely go and tap in anytime you want, right? So D, today we was talking about spotlighting our podcast, right? And what the podcast what our narrative is, right? So basically when we first started, we was always saying like we the little guys, right?
Man, we the little people.
Yeah. So we kind of developed these platforms for ourselves, right? To to promote our businesses, right? To promote our companies, right? But not just to spotlight our companies. This platform is to spotlight other small and up and coming entrepreneurs as well. So that's what this podcast is all about. So if you feel like you need to get your brand out there, right? Or you need more marketing, more publicity, this is the podcast for you, for the up and coming entrepreneurs, right? And like we always say, we just two guys. We work a 9 to 5, and we pumping our clothing brands, right? Everything that we got going on, the podcast, our clothing lines, the motivational speaking, and an encouragement, and just supporting one another, right?
Yep. And also, man, just day-to-day stuff, man. Don't think you out there by yourself. Some of the stuff we going through, you might just stumble across the podcast and be like, dang, I'm going through that same situation. So, it's just day-to-day conversations, man, day-to-day interactions. It is what it is. Hey, that's what I say at the end of the day. It is what it is.
It is what it is, right? And so I used to look at it is what it is as like a bad term, meaning like when you say it, it's like bump it. It is what it is, right? I'm the guy that likes to change things into always a positive spin, right? So I feel like now when I say it is what it is that I'm not gonna let the situation stop me, right? I might run into a lot of a lot of roadblocks, right? Or a lot of setbacks, right? But I'm like, okay, it is what it is. That's a setback, right? But I ain't gonna let it hold me back, right? And on our platform, like we want to enforce those things, right? We want to enforce those things to others, like be encouraging to others, like so. I believe that I can do things, right? Things I had never done before, right? And I like to encourage other people to think so as well. Because everybody don't believe in themselves how they should, right? And some people do, and some people excel at a high level, right? So I feel like when I speak or on all the things that I do, I want to touch and reach the people that may not believe that they can do something, right? Because look at us now, we shooting podcasts every week. Every little thing that we doing, we bumping up level by level when we putting in the work, right? And I feel like if a person is willing to put in the work, you gonna get the dessert. And you might have to eat dirt for a while, right? But
Wait,
if you
wait,
keep,
wait. You trying to rhyme? You put in the work to get the dessert, or you gonna be in the dirt?
yeah,
Hey.
you know what I'm saying? You might, like I said, you might have to eat dirt for a while. It might not feel good being in the trenches, digging yourself out of every
Yeah.
situation you get yourself in, right? And I ain't gonna lie, like even building law society, right? You gotta be unstoppable, right? In
Yeah.
order to scale the business at its highest level, you can't let roadblocks, setbacks stop you, right? And that's what we here to promote. We here to encourage any entrepreneur, like you said, we go through things too. You know, everything is not perfect for us neither, but we
Not
steadily
exactly.
hopping on, promoting our brand and wanting to promote others as well, right, D?
Hey, see,
And
that's the whole thing, though, man. It's like even See, a lot of people, and I could be wrong. This is just coming from me. A lot of
Mhm.
people want to jump on that wagon when you hit that certain peak already, and then just saying, we not rich, we not millionaires, but sometimes people want to say, well, y'all ain't there yet, so why
Yeah,
should I listen to y'all?
yeah,
And I want y'all to see us before we hit that plateau, hit that peak. I want to say, because we just ordinary people, and people want to see people with houses and cars and the Raris, the Lamborghinis and all of that. Man, no, I want y'all to see us dig this from the dirt. Like you say, but when
yeah,
we eating dirt, man, we been eating dirt.
yeah,
But we building, and we want y'all to go along this ride with us while we're building. Not when we already reached a certain level. Then that way
yeah,
y'all can go back and look at the backstory of Unstoppable and Loyal Society. Man, I remember when these cats was just speaking on podcasts with no video. Man, oh wow, now they got a video.
yeah,
Now, in the transitions with the clothing, they was just doing t-shirts. Now they doing hoodies. Oh, now they got hats. And, we eventually want to get away from t-shirts and hats and hoodies, and we want to bring y'all jeans and polo shirts and and all of that stuff, and y'all can see us ride into the sunset, and also be able to open that platform for those who are starting, for those who are just starting. It's just not for t-shirts, man. This is for if you got a salami shop, a sandwich shop, uh,
yeah,
uh, a nursery, whatever it may be. It's for entrepreneurs, man. You a balloon tire, I don't care, man. We'll interview you too, and actually how you may be able to make them balloons twist and turn, whatever it
yeah,
may be, man. This platform is for any type of individual that's an entrepreneur. I don't care what it
yeah,
is. Financial awareness. Hey, people need to hear financial awareness. Hey, come aboard, man. We would love to interview you. Love to have you on the show,
yeah,
and we just steady growing from there, man. So don't put down the underdog. I consider us the underdog. We fight for what we want, and we also fighting to have a place where you can come and say,
yeah,
hey, this is me. This is the business that I'm looking at it, and this is the individuals that I'm looking to get my product to.
yeah,
That's it. That's all.
yeah. And D, you know what? And I love that part about it, what you just said about building and growing, and and we would like people to come and watch us grow, like as we growing, like I said before on one of our podcasts, I'm an open book. So like for me, I don't. It's hard for me to hide my failures, right? Because I put myself out there so much, right? And I want people to understand it's all right to fail as long as you learn, right? And it might take you some time to learn because Lord knows it took me some time, right? I'm still learning right now. But what we trying to create is a space for people to come, and you don't have to feel so alone, right? Like you were saying, like come rock with us. We'll rock with you. We'll promote you. You promote us. Like it's the win-win. I think for us as up and coming entrepreneurs, right? And that's why I feel like um collaborations is so important, right? And we're not looking for uh people with a million followers to come on and interview us. We're looking for the people just like me and you, right? You might be a little bit further along than us, or we might be a little bit further along than you, but we can help each other, right?
Man,
We talking about the moms and pops, the people coming out the trunk with merchandise, people cutting the hair in their garage trying to get it one day with a shop in their head, like uh whoever doing eyelashes, daycares, food services, catering, whoever has something going, they could come right here. And you know what I'm saying? And we don't even have to be in the same room, as you can see. This is from Houston to the Bay right here. You know what I'm saying? Two brothers doing their thing,
doing it
and and I just want to say it's like the main thing is to start.
is the
Like,
start. And I'm glad you put that out there, Bo. What you just said about hairstyles, catering, because that's what we did in the beginning. Um, when we just had audio. Now
Yeah.
we came to the point where you can see who you talking to. You can put a face to that company, to that person, and be like, oh, you might even know the individual. But and I also want to. I don't know if I can say this a safe space because I'm gonna get on your dome on some of the questions. So,
Yeah.
but this is
And,
just a
and
place, man.
and that's another thing too is being pushed. Some questions might not feel comfortable, and I know like some people, but so what I'm gonna say is this: some questions may not be comfortable for some people, right? And
All right, Lee.
I feel like uncomfortability is the best space for up and coming entrepreneurs, right? And I'm gonna spotlight myself right now. It's like people that know me, right? That know my story from our city, right? They seen every trial and error I went through, right in the public eye, right? So I feel like I'm an expert, right? I feel like I'm an expert at telling you, hey, you can do it. You fail this time, you can get back up. I'm an expert at that. I created a pattern of that, right? Whether it's good or bad, right? But most of the people that know me know like he's still going, right? He's still going. Like no matter the ups, downs, highs, and lows. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you might not have many pitfalls as I did, right? Right? You might have two or three, but don't let you fall that second time and never get up again. Don't let that stop you.
Don't let that stop
You know
you.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And it's all about being resilient and being able to overcome, right? Because being an entrepreneur ain't easy. So I'm gonna go
oh,
back to collaborations, right?
good
That's
lord.
why it's important that people collab with people. I didn't probably think like that in the beginning, but I see the platforms and the formats play out, right? Say we were just talking earlier about a concert, right? When these artists go on tour, whether it's rappers or R&B singers, they're not going on tour by themselves. They adding some artists to it, right? Because when you add artists to it, right, they bringing their fans into that arena too. It's gonna help you sell tickets, right? It's gonna help you expose these other artists, right, to your fans. Your fans gonna get exposed to these other artists, right? And you just creating a amazing atmosphere for every single person. You putting on an amazing show, right?
Mhm.
So, like we just talking, right? You you might hop on the stage first, right? But my fans is waiting on me to come out, right? But they got to hear you first
They
before they
got to
can
hear
see
me.
you,
Yeah,
right? And you knock them off their feet. They was like, wow, this guy is pretty amazing. Who is this guy? Let me look him up. Let me go follow him. See what he about, right? Boom, you just gained some of my followers, right? So now and it's vice versa, right? Because everybody is waiting for their particular person to come out, but you got to sit through this to get through this. And then that's kind of like how likeness is built, right? And
yeah,
it's up to the individual whether you like it or not, right? You might not like it. Okay, but at least you got exposed to it. You know what I'm saying? Because you might have never knew. You
might
know
have
what I'm
never
saying?
knew.
So so that's why I feel like this platform is important because we spotlight entrepreneurs. D. We want you to come and say, "Hey, let's have an interview. Let's sit down." And we want you to be serious about it too, though, right? Because it's your business, right? It's your
It's
business.
your
You can
business.
get on, and you can get on here and describe yourself and what you're doing to the best of your ability, right? You can bring more people in, right?
Yeah,
And I just feel the more listeners and followers and supporters that we get is once you come on here, that's the more listeners and support that you may get. You feel me? Just by stepping into the arena, you know what I'm saying? And stepping into this platform. So that's
yeah.
why I
But
feel like,
and also though, it could go vice versa, right?
mhm,
So whoever we bring on, because it's not just gonna go on podcast, it's also gonna go on Instagram and stuff
yeah,
like that. So whoever's following you and they like the interview, we hoping that we can get some of their followers to become our followers. So it's almost like you helping me, I'm helping you
yeah,
because
yeah,
we wanted to get it like out of the community. I want this to be able to go worldwide,
worldwide.
and and
And
we
there
tapping in.
ain't no shame in our game. Like
Ain't no
that's
ain't no
what we
ain't
want.
no shame.
yeah,
Ain't no shame.
yeah.
Because
And
as we do this, we want to grow and we want to get better. We want to get better and and get better people
yeah,
and be able to bring meat to the table for our
yeah,
followers.
yeah.
So, I
And
mean, it's a you scratch your back, you scratch my back, I scratch your back.
yeah.
That's
And
how we looking at it.
exactly, bro. And what we really truly understand is me and you, we can't do it by ourselves, right?
Oh, oh,
So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying though? Like so like the scratch your we helping each other's situation, right? And that's why I'm getting back to with collaborations and these are the key things I didn't think mattered in the beginning, right? But as I was going along, I'm learning like, dang, maybe I do need to collab. Maybe I do need to like and share somebody else's stuff, right? And because you know why? And as I'm thinking about it, and I'm going through the marketing things, I'm like, it doesn't cost a person anything to like and share your stuff. Like
yeah. That's
people
free
will,
99.
it's free 99,
Free
right?
99.
It's free 99. Like it, and people like, oh, I don't do that. To each his own, right? I don't want you to do something that you don't want to do, right? All I want you to do is look at why you're not doing it, right? Why I'm not I like what this individual is saying. I like what this individual is wearing, right? And if I like it, somebody else may like it, right?
Yep.
So what I want to say to the people today is don't be afraid to show people what you like. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the win-win, especially if you have something going on, right? That's why I like when I see people, I like all their stuff. Other clothing brands, I like it. It's not because I'm trying to be seen. I really like it. You keep going. You feel me? Keep going. Like when I see you getting better and better, keep going. Keep doing it, right? That's the type of energy that we need to have as a community. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hey, I
no,
was just gonna say that. I said that as a community, right? I mean,
yeah,
each one teach one.
yeah,
If I don't know something, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna reach out to you, and if I know
yeah,
something, I want to reach out to the next person and be like, hey, this is what I did, what I went through, or whatever. And each
mhm,
situation is different. Each situation is different, but it dang near falls in line. You got to go through the same channels to get your LLCs. You got to go through the same footwork to get your fictitious business name. So that's stuff that we all know
mhm,
as we start, and we can pass it down to the next young entrepreneur or whoever it may be. And then above that, it's people that know about C corps, S corps, all of that other stuff. And like, you know what, that's a little bit out of my league, but hey, such and such was on my podcast. I can link you up with them, and they
yeah,
they can help you from there. How to set up
yeah,
your business taxes and all that type stuff, man. That's the stuff that we want to introduce to the up and coming entrepreneurs, man, because this is stuff that we went through. This is
yeah,
stuff that the knowledge that we know, and we might know people or companies or whatever that you can go and get it started. So
yeah,
why go through the same channels that we went through in the beginning? We'll say, hey man, I want to do. Oh man, look, man, go to the library.
yeah,
You didn't go to the library, so why you telling me to go to the library? But it's okay. I'll figure it out, and we figured it out. And then
yeah,
along the way, hey, we want to drop these nuggets so it can get you to the place that you want to get to. And if
yeah,
if we can't help, man, we most definitely probably know some people that can
yeah,
help you. That can help you. That's what it's about, man. It's building that community and building networks, man. I want to be able to network with individuals, man,
yeah,
to say, oh, you know what? Nah, I got a boy over here who got a 501(c) or a
mhm,
50, man, whatever, and he's doing nonprofit stuff. I'll hook you up with him
mhm,
so he can give you the lowdown on how to start your nonprofit.
yeah,
You know, I got agents over here who looking for basketball players.
Yeah.
I can shoot you they information, or I can have you contact them, and then y'all
Yeah.
work something out, from there. So you never know what somebody else knows
Yeah.
if you don't get in contact with them.
Yeah.
But like you said, if that's not what you want to do, then hey, you stay in the background,
Mhm.
struggle,
Yeah.
trying to figure it out.
Yeah, Dean, and I feel like I also feel like what we talked about ego, right, and pride, right, and I know how I know how I used to think, right, and it was automatic. It wasn't no malice in my heart. It was just like I don't really rock with this situation or this person, so I'm not gonna deal with this person, right, and I'm gonna keep it on me. I ain't gonna say nothing like, oh, we need to do this. I'm just saying like what I have learned is, hey, in order for me to build and grow, I have to be able to do business with people. I have to become social.
You
You know what I'm
got to
saying?
become social. You
I
cannot be an
have to
entrepreneur if you're not social.
yeah. I had to get out of my comfort zone, right? And it wasn't that I had malice in my heart towards anybody. It was just a code of ethic. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have nothing in common. We don't have nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once what I realized, people are people. When I start talking to people, right, instead of not being talking and like, cause long as I open my mouth and I ain't saying nothing wrong, I'm good. I don't care what nobody say, right? I ain't saying nothing wrong, right? I don't
Yeah.
care what nobody say. I ain't hurting nobody. I ain't trying to hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? All I'm trying to do is, like I told little sister, this is a whole bunch of PR work I'm doing. You feel me? Trying to build our likeness up, and I want people to trust in we are doing what we say we doing. We, like you say, we might not have this, and here right now, but we putting down the work, right?
Man, and that's what you do, right? I mean, we'll go back and forth on this all day. When you say
Yeah,
putting in the work, it don't matter what you start off with. You got to start off with your foundation, the bottom floor, your
yeah,
base, whatever it is. You building the cake. There's steps on how to build the cake. You can't start from the top to the bottom. It's just like building a house. You can't build the house from the roof to the floor. You got to start with a foundation, and that's what I think entrepreneurs really got to find is that, okay, what's my base? What's my bottom floor? What am I building from? What's my
yeah,
foundation? And then you
yeah,
grow it. Then you grow it from there. And
yeah.
and what I can really say is, man, there's really no shortcut, man. It's
Nah,
really is really no shortcut. And if it is a shortcut, somebody let me know because
yeah,
man, I've been grinding for years, and I'm
yeah,
not where I want to be just yet.
yeah,
But I'm not gonna lie, I appreciate the process of getting to where I want
yeah,
to get to,
yeah,
because I ain't gonna lie, I say this all the time. If it was so easy,
yeah,
everybody would be doing it.
yeah.
But
And
it's not easy. You
but you
know what
know
I'm
what, D?
saying? People
And
be
you know
tapping
what, D?
out. Oh man, that's it. I quit.
Yeah.
I can't take no more. How you
And
gonna grow when you get hit with that first piece of adversity? How you gonna grow? For instance, I'm
yeah,
gonna do it like this, right? I made my zip up hoodies. So this is my pullover. I make zip up hoodies. All the material was laid. All I was waiting for was my label so I could put my neck tags in, right?
mm-hmm,
Neck tags came, and I went to unzip the hoodie. Bruh, tell me why the zipper wasn't unzipped. So I'm imagining if I just would have sent these to the customer
mm-hmm,
and they zipped them up,
yeah,
but then couldn't get out. Then they couldn't get out of them. Boy, how would that make my brand look, right? Be like,
yeah,
man, this joker to send me a straight jacket. I can't even get out the jacket. Cause I'm
yeah,
telling you, when I made the hoodies, put the hoodies together, boom, they zipped up, they zipped down,
yeah,
whatever. So then I zipped them up so I could fold them up, put them in the package. The neck tags came. All three of them, I could not unzip them.
yeah,
I was so hurt because that's material, that's time. And I'm like, man, I said, I need to ship these. The crazy part was the customer hit me and was like, hey man, I'm glad it ain't no seriously cold weather, because man, I'm waiting on these full zip hoodies. I'm
yeah,
like, man, look, I'm gonna be open with you.
yeah,
I couldn't ship them, bro.
yeah,
They wouldn't unzip. He was like, huh? I said,
yeah,
man, if they wouldn't unzip, I put myself out there. Did that hurt me? I don't know. But I
yeah,
rather told the customer that I ran into a problem instead of
yeah,
him getting them and trying to unzip them jokers.
yeah,
Then that really would have looked bad. You know, I'm sending faulty stuff.
yeah.
But that's what I say. It was like as you start, right? We're starting from ground floor. So I'm the creator, the designer, the QA person. And I'm
Mm.
pretty sure if somebody else probably would have made that hoodie and had it already folded up, they probably would have shipped it to the people. And the
Trying to get
people
the
would have
money, yeah.
trying to get the money, and the
Kill their
customer would have
brand
been
off.
mad
Yeah,
because the freaking things would not unzip.
yeah.
I ain't never ran across that, bro. Where three three hoodies wouldn't unzip. They all had the same problem.
Well, D, you remember we went through that with the Easy Money tracksuits, right? And I was so hurt. Remember, I was hurt.
Oh
You
yeah, you was
know,
hurt.
because it was an amazing tracksuit, right? I had wore the jacket yesterday, right? I wore the jacket the other day, and the guy was like, "Oh man, you got that in a small, right?" I'm talking about a phenomenal tracksuit. The tracksuit came out pretty amazing, right? The material, everything, right? But I just didn't want to push it very hard because I knew the zipper on the side would malfunction, right? I'm like, man, I gotta let these go for a little bit of nothing now. And I was hurt because I'm like, I wanted top dollar because it was high quality, right? And
Yeah,
I'm not gonna kid you, like it was high quality sweatsuit, right? A tracksuit, right? Like a tech suit. It was nice quality, and it kind of discouraged me from dealing with zippers, right? It discouraged me. I'm like, until I can find a person that I can instill and putting zippers on things that I wanted, I'm gonna kind of stay away from zippers, right? Call me wrong, call me crazy, but those are the kind of blows that we take as up and coming uh uh brand owners. You feel me? So that's why it's very important that you did a quality control before you even sent it out, right? So the thing about my tracksuits was I didn't do the zip zip zip, right? That was already packaged and ready to go out the door. You feel me? But
yeah.
I was dealing with the guy for 2 years. And we had a few problems along the way, but his quality, right, was an amazing quality. Like he manufactured this one, the first money train embroidered, fire, a classic, right?
Classic.
But that's the thing is, you have to stay consistent with the quality if you want to be our manufacturers, right? Because our customers expecting high quality such as this, right? And then you send me something that the zippers don't work. Now I got a gang of tracksuits and none of the zippers work. Nobody's gonna want that, all right?
Yeah.
And then all you manufacturers out there, right? You gotta accommodate the person that's getting they work manufactured from you. You gotta have something. If things are not going, your zippers don't work, right? You sent me a whole bunch of stuff and your zippers don't work. You need to compensate me for that. Right? You just can't take that money off and run, right? Because you know why? You're gonna get that money from me the first time, but I'll never come back to you.
Never come
I would
back.
never do business with you again. If I can't get compensated for all these damaged products and we can start over from scratch, right? You know why I'm saying this? Because once you do that, a person is never ever gonna come back with you and let you manufacture nothing of theirs, right? Because it's already difficult for us to get up and running. You know what I'm saying? So why would I come back to you and let you burn me for some more money? You know what I'm saying? Why would I even give you a shot at touching my dream? The thing that once people get it, I want them to be inspired and be like, yeah, this is high quality, this is great work, right? So all you manufacturers out there, y'all know who y'all are. Y'all out here posting every single day, best quality, best this, best that. Just come with the best quality, right? And we can continue to do business for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But if you always trying to run off, we're gonna go find somewhere else to go. Well, we ain't got to deal with it, even if we got to do everything in house, right? Some of the work that comes from some of the manufacturers is amazing. D, you feel me?
Oh, most definitely.
But then on the next time around, when you go back in, they start slacking and they macking. You know what I'm saying?
Man, and that's the part. That's the part, right? Because even for, I mean, we all got different lanes. For instance, catering. You gotta have the right product for catering. You gotta have that right manufacturer for just say your heat boxes. They say your heat box is supposed to last 6 hours. You're supposed to keep
Yeah,
your food hot for 6 hours, and you buy that heat box, and man, them heat boxes is not cheap. Some
yeah,
of them run 200 all the way $400, $500, $600, and you trusting that this brand is gonna
mm-hmm.
keep your food hot for your
Yeah,
event for 6 hours. You do
yeah,
your thing, and the food only stayed hot for an hour, 2 hours.
yeah,
Now your customers gonna be looking at you like, man, you serving me cold food. You like, man, this heat box is supposed to last 6 hours. Now, I'm
yeah,
pretty sure you ain't gonna just sit back and be like, man, try to figure out what's wrong. No, what's wrong was your heat box malfunctioned. So now you
yeah,
got to get with the company
yeah,
who manufactured this heat box and be like, look, man, I put my food in this box at 1 o'clock.
yeah,
It's supposed to stay hot till 7 o'clock.
yeah,
My food was cold by 3 o'clock.
yeah,
And I did not open and close this heat box. There's something wrong with this heat box. I want you to go buy this warranty that you put out and
yeah,
replace my heat boxes.
yeah. Yeah.
Th-
And
That's that's the kind of stuff that you want to be able to do. And so
yeah,
for me, it's like if I sent you a hoodie and that zipper broke or the pocket fell off, man, hit me so I can say, you know what, that's my bad. Don't even worry about it. You return that. Matter of fact, y'all, you return it or you can keep it. Whatever you want to do. I'm gonna
yeah,
send you another one.
yeah,
Because I want people to realize that I stand behind what I do.
yeah. And
And
you know what? And it's hard for us because sometimes when the manufacturer ain't holding down their end of the deal, right? So it's hard for me to guarantee, right? You telling me A1 quality, we got the best work over here, come deal with us, man, right? We trying to get our brands off the ground,
for
right? And
sure,
we
yeah.
trusting that I'm entrusting that this manufacturer is out to grow their business as well, right? Not to try to just get over like, oh, we're gonna hit him one time, but you can't build a business like that. Like, okay, you can get away for a while, though, right? But I'm gonna
Yeah.
just tell you,
But
in
how
any
long
way
is it
that
gonna
you do,
maintain?
you can only burn me so many times before I'm gonna just say, you know what, I'm done with you. I don't care how many times you hit me up, I'm done, right? Whatever money you got, you done ran off with is good, cause I'm gonna keep going. You see me every single day going and going. I'm gonna keep going, right? Because I'd rather for me to start from scratch all over again, right? And cut that person out. Let's go find some new manufacturer. Let's find somebody that we can trust because when we put our clothes on people's backs, right? We want to be I'm telling them, like, yeah, this is A1, right? I just don't want to tell you that. I want you to grab it and feel it when you put it on and be like it's A1. But it's hard for me to do that if my manufacturer ain't holding up his end of the deal. Cause the manufacturer will be telling me and hitting me up, best quality, look at our work, woo, woo. And then when I deal with you, right?
It's a totally different
And then
situation.
you send it to me, you slacking in your Mac and you missing but then like you want me to hold the bag, like, oh, I can't do that. I can't sell this to nobody, so I lost money,
Yeah,
right?
man. Hey, but that's how you get hit in the beginning, though. In the
In the
beginning of
beginning,
stages,
yeah.
man, you get hit holding the bag on some stuff, and it's like, man, do I want to
Yeah.
continue doing this? But then you got to go and you got to vet the process out. But then if you come
Mhm.
to certain people, they've already vetted. It's like, man, you know what? I dealt with that person, man. Look, this is the company that I use to manufacture hoodies. This is the
Yeah.
company that I use to make tracksuits. You
Yeah.
know, hey, this is the person that I use right here. Oh, you need catering stuff? Hey, go to this company. Hey,
Yeah.
you need stuff for your nursery? Oh man, look, I I know about this company. So sometimes, man, people got vetted list, and then what we can do is just build that list. And so whenever certain individuals, certain entrepreneurs come and be like, man, check this out. We got this list right here of
Yeah.
vetted manufacturers who
Mm-hmm.
know they stuff, who made it, and nobody's had problems with them. It's not gonna say that you're not gonna have problems
Mm-hmm.
going down the line, but when you first start, you want to come out like a champ.
Yeah.
You don't want to get
And
caught holding the bag for 1,200 for
yeah.
something
So
that
like
that you thought was right and it wasn't right. Go through
yeah.
the process, man. Don't
Yeah.
don't sit back and try to figure it out. Ask somebody. Somebody might know somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah. And so like sometimes people would come to the table, right, and see the merchant, or they'll just know from word of mouth or seeing it and be like, oh yeah, who's your manufacturer, right? Since we've been doing this, I had that question pop up a few times, right? With any manufacturer that I dealt with, right, on how they handled me, right, is is gonna be if I want to share the information or not, right?
Yeah.
Meaning that if I got bad service from you, right, and we've been going through the motions, the ups and downs, and how you handle me as a customer, right? It's basically however I'm gonna explain to the person that's asking about the manufacturer, right? The manufacturer gave me crap, shoddy word, right? And I had to scratch that and start all over again, right? Mind you, it's not cheap, right? You just threw X amount of dollars away and then you gotta go remake that, right? That money back so you can get back whatever merch you lost, right?
Yeah.
I just want to throw that in there real quick, right? So I'm never gonna send any of my associates, any of my peers to somebody that's crappy, right? And if you got me, I'm gonna tell you, hey, he got me, dog. So he made it, but he got me on this. So if you want to deal with him, that's on you, right? But I'm just telling you because you asked me, right? I'm never gonna send you to somebody that's gonna do you shady. You feel me?
Man, yeah.
Because for one, I don't want you coming back to me and saying, "Oh man, he got me this and this and that." You know what I'm saying? That's the main
Who
thing I
you
don't
sent
want.
me to?
So if I
Yeah.
send somebody your direction, whether it be uh any kind of work, right? Any kind of construction work from clothing or anything like that, I'm only gonna shoot you the best people. I'm only gonna keep it transparent with you as possible, right? And I do have a Rolodex. A small, it's not a long list, but it's a few people and a few guys that do high quality work,
My
whether
quality
it's from
work.
the construction field to the clothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only gonna share the information with people that might come up and ask me, right? And cause I got an eye, right? I ain't the best, but I know a good job from a bad job, and I'm like, oh, this guy do pretty good work, right? And that's when I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, this is his number. Give him a call. Y'all talk it out,
Talk it
right?
out.
I'm just the guy that's just giving him the number. I know he looking for work. I know you looking for somebody to do work. Boom, there you go, right? And it's only the best quality because that's all I want. I want the best quality. Like when I'm presenting my stuff, I want the best quality, right? I don't want nobody walking away from my table like, oh, this sucks. The pocket ripped off, and I went through pockets ripping off in the beginning. What was so grateful, I was grateful because people still bought into the brand. They wanted to support,
You want to
right?
support. And that's what you'll find is a lot of times, man, what you doing, you think that there's nobody out there. I say this from the beginning. You build
Mm-hmm.
it, they will come.
They will
It's
come.
something for everybody. And you can't not get discouraged from whatever you hear that somebody say, oh, I ain't like that. Oh, they went. Okay, they didn't like it. That didn't mean that the next person is not gonna like it. There's
Yeah.
something for everybody. Somebody
Yeah.
might not like how you make macaroni and cheese. Guess what? There's
Yeah.
another person out there that's gonna like your macaroni and cheese. You can't just get discouraged because people gonna be people.
People
Sometimes
gonna be.
people say stuff to hurt you just
Yeah.
because, but they knew that macaroni salad was good. They just
Yeah.
wanted to tell you it wasn't good.
Yeah.
That's
And
the stuff that I found along the way, man. Oh man, that hoodie. And then the next person you get your hoodie, be like, bro, that quality is amazing. It's
yeah,
soft. It's durable.
yeah,
And man, I wouldn't take it off. And then
yeah.
you get so excited and be like, okay, I can do this. I can do this.
Yeah. It's
So
motivational, right?
man, so
And
you
that's the
can't get stuck with people who don't like your stuff. So what?
yeah,
Move on. There's a million thousand people out there
yeah.
that's gonna like it.
And we was talking about this earlier before we hopped on the pod too. Is like when people shoot those things at you. Well, I'm gonna say me, right? I'm gonna keep it on me, and then I want or maybe the people or listeners can get something from it. When people shoot negative things at me or tell me, "Oh, this is not that great," or even the energy, like you don't really have to say much. Even though I'm feeling your energy, right? You not feeling my vibe, you not feeling my flow, right? It don't make me get real small, right?
Nah,
It
shit.
don't make me it don't make me get itty bitty, right? It's gonna make me expand, right? Because I got a competitive spirit inside of me, right? We was born with that, right? But I use it for good though. I use it for good, right? I used to use it for evil, right? I can't even think of some of the things I used to do. Well, now I just look at it like this. I'm not gonna get small. You shoot everything you shoot at me, positive or negative, I'm gonna use it for gasoline to fuel my tank to keep me going, right? And that's just how my mind is set. It's set like that. My mind is made up. You feel me? Like no matter what you say, no matter what you do, I'm gonna win at the end. It don't matter how much you think you got piled up against me, how big of a case you got built up against me, or how much you want people to dislike me, or things that you feel that I'm not doing right, right? This is my life. And I'm gonna walk forward, not backwards. I'm not gonna shrink, I'm gonna expand. That's the kind of energy that I'm on always gonna put out in the atmosphere, and that's what I'm gonna do. Right? You might see me like, dang, this dude's struggling, right? When you come back around, it ain't gonna be struggling too much, right? I'm always trying to get better and better. A setback is a setback. All right, got a setback. I ain't gonna stay there, right? I'm about to see what I can do to get out this situation, right? I'm
Yeah,
never gonna sit there like this, head down, ass out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna get to the bag some kind of way. I'm gonna go figure it out. I'm gonna go figure it out, right? And that's the kind of energy that I want other people to have. It's like, let's not stay stuck in a rut. And when people put us down, let's not shrink. Let's expand, right? Oh, you don't think I can do it? Great. Up for the challenge, right?
watch me
And
work.
I
That's what
wear
I
that
say.
chip.
Watch me work.
Well, yeah, I wear that chip on my shoulder. Like, cause I feel it during my day when I'm walking through. You know, sometimes I feel it when I'm at work. People don't even know, right? You see me doing this one thing, right? So in your brain, you just like, because you just see me. You don't really know the my whole packet of information and skill that I have. You just see me doing one thing. You just like, oh, he don't do nothing, right? No, I'm working towards doing what my assignment is, right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Whatever it calls for, I'm gonna try to do it to the best of my ability, right? Just because you don't see me in the ditch working hard today, that don't mean I won't be in the ditch working hard tomorrow, right? Just because you don't see it, I already done all that stuff because that's what the job required for. I done it. I didn't dug ditches. I didn't chip whole walls by myself. I didn't been in concrete pours that was 15 to 12 hours long, right? So a baby pour for 2, 3 hours is nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? You might just see me just standing there with a sign in my hand. And you like, oh, he lazy. Nah, I put in a lot of work. And I done compounded over the years though, right?
you got that
So
compound interest on them.
yeah. So I just heard I just was scrolling through and I posted on my stories today, right? I became a big fan of Inky Johnson as well, right? He's another motivational speaker, and I like I like his narrative though, because he say continue to work hard. right? And if you don't get what you want out of it, still work hard, still do it. Because what you value more, right? What you gonna get out of it, or the person you become, right? So now, what I just said, right? I'm not gonna shrink, I'm gonna expand. That's the person that I have become. Expanse is like in my mind, right? You might not see me with 1,000,000 right now, but in my mind, to the day I die, right? When some people would have gave up already. To the day I die, I'm gonna go for it, right? And I might look crazy while I'm doing it, D, right? But as long as I know, like, I'm going for it, right? I'm not sitting there, I'm not chilling, I'm working. You know what I'm saying though? Like, and I might make some mistakes along the way, but I'm going to do it, right? If God allows me the time to do it, it's going to get done, right? Some people
Man,
don't have that. You see what I'm saying? Some people don't have that knack to where, like what we doing now. We're gonna keep landing on you and landing on you and landing on you until you like, God, dog, these boys the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because you know why? We working. We checking it out. We getting better, right? We talking to each other like, how can we get better in this area? Or how can we get better in this area? All right, Bo, you messed up here. I don't think you should do that no more. Okay, all right. I got you, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's all to make us better. So that's what the person you become. You see what I'm saying? You become that person. You become unstoppable. You become loyal to your soil. You feel me? You stay down until you come up. You feel me, D?
man.
And
But
that's
that
the separation.
that's the separation. But then too, man, also you gotta remember you gotta surround yourself by a good team.
Yep.
You know, surround yourself by people you can trust.
Mm-hmm.
And my whole thing, and I say it from the beginning, man. I don't need a bunch of yes people.
Yeah.
If I mess up, let me know I messed up. If I did
Yeah.
something wrong along the line, let me know
Mm-hmm.
I did something wrong. Don't be afraid to challenge that individual. Don't be afraid to speak what you see, what you know, and because that's what makes you better, man. You know, just have yeah, boss, yeah, boss.
Mm-hmm.
And then it failed. You can't blame nobody but yourself and your team because everybody told you yes. Don't tell me yes, man. Please don't tell me yes. If you don't like how I feel, hey, man, this is too hard. You know,
Yeah.
just do the Goldilocks drill on me, man. This too hard, this too soft. Oh yeah, well, yeah. This is just right. Okay, is this just right? And you like it, and you rocking with it. Hey, it's a win, you know.
It's the
But that's
win.
that's what information. That's what business decisions, man. Do not surround yourself with a bunch of people that's just gonna say yes to you,
Yeah.
because all that is setting you up for failure, man. And that's something that you gotta learn along the way, and you gotta have that people feeling. I forget what it's called right now, but
Yeah.
you gotta know who's for you and who's against you, because you can't have some snakes in your camp,
Yeah.
and you got to be able to cut them
Sneaky
heads
snakes.
off. You got to be able to cut them heads off them snakes and be like, nah, man, I look, love you, but you can't rock with me, man. You against me. You're not for me.
Yeah.
And will it be something hard to do? Most definitely, because
Yeah.
at one point you thought that was your partner. You thought that was your ace boon coon. You thought that was your, I ain't gonna say it, but that's what you thought. But in
Yeah.
reality, man, it came down to it is that person did not want to see you succeed.
Yeah.
Let them go. Don't feel
Okay.
bad about it. This is business. It ain't nothing personal. This is
Yeah.
this is business, and this is the likelihood of my business. This is the likelihood of me providing food on the table for my kids and paying my bills.
Yeah.
All of that. Cut it
Yeah.
off. Just
Yeah.
just just cut it off. Don't feel bad about it. You ain't even gotta say sorry. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
This ain't working. See you,
Yeah.
man. Because you
And,
gotta look out for you. If you ain't looking out for you,
mm-hmm. That's
not too many people gonna look out for you, man. So you got to
yeah.
be strong in it. You got to stand in it. You got to be firm.
Yeah. And
You the
that's a
boss.
difficult. Yeah, that's a difficult position to be in, right, D?
Man, it's
And
difficult.
but see, D, you Gemini. It ain't difficult for you. You hot.
Come,
That's
come
it,
on, man.
right?
Come on,
So
man.
look, so bro, but you hot.
Hey, my wife say it's bad too. She said you just cut
Yeah,
people off and then you don't even open the door back. I'll be like, man,
yeah.
hey,
And like me, I'm an Aquarius. I'm very emotional, right? I wish we could have put this in the front, right? Because this is the meat and potatoes, really, right here. Everything we talk about is good, but I'm telling you, this is the meat and potatoes of like the things that you're gonna need to succeed, the things that you're gonna have to go through, right? And I want to touch on a few things that you said here, and I don't want to miss it, right? So when, like he was saying in the beginning, he was like, just I think he was talking about the uncomfortableness and having those key people and the components around you, right? To push you, right?
yeah,
Oh my God, do anybody that know me out there, right? Anybody that know me out there, I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to do nothing. I was the laziest person. But I got around some people, right? I got around some people, right? And because I wanted to be in more and more, and I wanted this position, I wanted this spot, right? People have standards on how they live their life when you're around them. This is how I'm rocking. This is how I'm rolling. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to roll like this is the level. This is the standard, right? And when you getting pushed to that standard, right? It don't feel good,
no, it
right?
don't
It
feel
don't
good.
feel good. And I'm gonna keep it on me because I wanted to learn. I did it grumping, moaning, complaining, but I kept getting pushed to that standard, right? And then it came a time when I had to go out and show what I know, right? I had to go stand side by myself and show what I know, right? So I went by myself and I showed what I know. I'm like, damn, they told me. Like all those hard times and those hard moments that I went through, D, right? I was grateful, but I was a booger. I was
Yeah,
horrible when I was getting pushed. I was angry, frustrated, right? But I knew it was something at the end of it. You feel me? And then it just became automatic, right? So when I go stand on my own, everything people would run away from. You can call on me. I'm right there on the spot. And I got the reward. You feel me?
yeah,
Every time a person thought that they was getting away or they was running away, like, look at him, he's working so hard. Oh, look, I would never do that. Their standard was low, but I already got set at a high level. So what they were shying away from, I'm like, this is candy for me. Easy for me. Once my mental was set on it, it's easy for me. So, and that came from getting pushed, right? So when you say that circle, right? The people pushed me. But I had some want. You said it before. Want to. I wanted that thing at the end.
yeah.
And the hard work and dedication was the main thing that kept coming up. No matter what, you have to put in the work. You have to
Gotta
put
put
in the
in the
work.
work.
It ain't gonna
Put
come
in
to
the
you.
work.
It ain't gonna come to you like that. Because when you put in the work, right, and you go through the process, it's in your tool bag. So whenever you decide to pull that hammer out and start hammering away. But if you never want to pull it out, you never want to push yourself, right? Because those individuals that's pushing you to certain levels and certain standards, they're not gonna always be around forever to push you,
No, no.
right?
Especially if they pushing you right and you
Yeah,
not receiving it,
yeah,
people gonna get tired and say, okay, he obviously don't want to excel
yeah,
or grow, be successful.
yeah,
I'm dropping out. I done all I can do. I done said all I can say.
yeah. Because it
Now,
becomes frustrating to the individual that's pushing you, right?
man, you got to receive it
Mm-hmm.
and roll with it.
Yeah.
But then too, this is the what I learned too is you got to take that information, you got to chew it up. The stuff
Mm-hmm.
that you can use,
Mm-hmm.
digest it. The stuff that you can't use, spit it out. And then also you can go back to that individual. Hey man, you gave me this right here, but it kind of didn't work in this situation.
Yeah.
You got grown folk stuff. You
Yeah.
can't get mad. It don't work. Oh man, f that. No. Every situation is a little bit different. And like I say, man, you gotta chew on it, digest it. It ain't digesting well. Oh God, leave my stomach hurt, man. Spit it out. Learn,
Yeah.
and, and then you just gotta figure it out, man. But I'm not gonna lie, man. There's a lot of people who want to see you succeed
Mm-hmm.
more than it is people who want to see you fail.
Yeah.
Because the ones that really want to see you fail, they mad because
Yeah.
you done something. You trying to do something that they not willing to do.
Yeah.
You
And I
know?
see that a lot too, D. You know what I'm saying? And they disguise it. What I'm saying is how they disguise it. They disguise it by just they attitude. You know what I'm saying? The attitude towards you, right? Like I was saying, people's in the corner somewhere murmuring, right? I wouldn't do that. Like they already set a standard to stand still. Like I'd rather die before I go take this trash out or mop this floor, right? Or stay overtime, right? I won't do it, right? And it may be that they really need to do it. But
Yeah.
because in their mind, right, they say what they not willing to do. That used to be me. I used to tell daddy, oh, I ain't changing no oil. Oh, I ain't changing no brakes, right? Guess what? I had to end up doing it anyway, right? But guess what? Because I shunned the teacher away, right? I
Yeah.
shunned the teacher away, the one that was willing to teach me, right? And sit there with me and show me the tricks of the trade, right? I had to come double back and do it and I had to struggle by myself with YouTube, right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, my dad tried to teach me this 10, 20 years ago. You see what I'm saying? So I
Hey.
could have jumped the line, right? And I probably could have been a phenomenal brake changer. I would have been an expert by now, right? You know what I'm saying? Or what I'm telling you is you can't shun away the teacher, right? No matter how hard they pushing you. And sometimes it's difficult. I know it is. It's difficult to sit there and listen to somebody tell you what to do, right? But you got to know the reason why they tell you what. They not telling you what to do because they can. They telling you telling you what to do because they want you to learn it, right?
Yeah.
And that's as far as parents and kids go, right? That's amazing right there. I just grabbed that out of thin air because we both are parents, right? And we got two boys, right?
Yeah.
And we all know kids can get hard headed. As they get older, they get even more hard headed. Lord knows I was, right? And I just told y'all experience of what my hard headedness got me. I shunned away the teacher, so I had to come back and do it with no knowledge, little to no knowledge. When I was able to get taught it right then and there on the spot. And he was pushing me. He was pushing me like, I'm too clean. White tee, blue jeans, and Nikes. Like, I can't get my white tee dirty, right? Because I was already living this type of image and lifestyle. So I thought that was beneath me, D. But what I found myself doing is at an older age, I'm underneath a car. I'm underneath a hood, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I set those standards like this. It was, and so it probably is gonna always be beneath somebody. But I needed to do that. I needed to change that oil. I needed to change that tire. I needed to be able to change them brakes, right? Because I'm like, as a man, I should be able to do this on my own, right? I shouldn't have to go pay nobody to do this. My dad was a great mechanic. You know what I'm saying? Pops was a great mechanic. He could do those things,
You
right?
do it. Yep.
So I shunned away the teacher, and I never learned. So what I'm saying is to anybody out there, your parents, your mentors, when they trying to teach you, you got to pick it up, and you got to be able to pick it up and run with it, right? And I'm gonna keep it on myself because I was telling myself, I'm like, Sean, you got the blueprint, right? We was talking about the blueprint the other day, and I was telling myself as well, it's like every time you go against the blueprint of what you're trying to do, your vision, right? You get spanked, right? Because you saying you want to do this. You feel me? But you keep going away from the blueprint. You keep taking your eyes off the blueprint, right? What's the next step?
What's the next
Then
step?
you get
Yeah.
distracted. And then I get distracted, D, right? And then I come back to the blueprint again, and I'm like, dang, I missed something. So I go look at what we building, right? I'm like, dang, something is missing, right? So I gotta go back. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's the very frustrating thing, though. So that's like kind of how I'm built. I'm gonna keep working on it like a mad scientist. You feel me? Even when it's frustrating, even when it's hard, right? But what I learned is I'm not gonna go against my teachers no more, right? I'm not gonna fight them on how they want it done. Yeah, I went out there in the field and I found another way to do it, right? But I'm never gonna shun your teaching away, right? Especially if this is something that I want to do and you got more experience than me, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
was
of
talking about
course.
ego and pride. Remember? We was talking about ego and pride, D.
Ego and pride, boy. Hey, that'll tear you up too.
Yeah.
Ego and pride to tear you up too, man. But no, man, that's good stuff right there, though, because it's all this journey in entrepreneurship, man. It is, I want to say it's a two-headed snake. That's why I want to say it, because
Mm-hmm.
it's good one way, it's bad the next way, but
Mm-hmm.
once you find that balance, man, I want to say that sweet spot. When you find that sweet spot, it makes it all worthwhile on
Yeah.
becoming an entrepreneur. Because I had a conversation with my boy, and we both was like, man, you know what? I can't keep doing this, man. I can't keep working for people, and I'm outworking the people that's there.
Yeah.
It's like, if I'm in this for myself, why I can't do this for myself to make myself rich,
Yeah.
or myself at a better pace than what it is working for certain individuals, and this, like I said, it's a gift and a curse, right? When you're working for yourself, you got to go all out. You got to
Yeah.
go all out, because if you don't go all out, you out of business.
Yeah.
And then if you don't go all out working for somebody else, right, you fired.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is, the rewarding part is you going all out, and you seeing your rewards from you going and being dedicated in whatever you doing.
Yeah.
And when I mean your rewards, man, you seeing the money come in, even though you got to go and recop and get
Mm-hmm.
other materials and all that stuff. You see that money, you know what your worth is, and that's the whole thing. Don't play yourself short. You got to know your worth in that. But when you're working for somebody else, it can be $1 billion company.
Yeah.
You going to give them your all.
Mm-hmm.
You getting a minute
Bare
portion
minimum.
of what they bringing in.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that probably keep you there is benefits, uh, 401ks, sick time, paid
Yeah.
leave. That's the stuff that keep you there. But
Yeah.
deep inside, man, deep inside, I don't know about y'all, but deep inside, man, I gotta burning to do my own business, to work for
Yeah.
myself, to pass down something. If it winds up to be lucrative, like I want it to be lucrative,
Mm-hmm.
you can pass that down to your kids. You can't go
Yeah.
to work for Johnny Red, and
Yeah.
you in there giving it all, and you want your kids to do it. Johnny Red might not even hire your kids.
Yeah.
So if you can go and
So
be successful at whatever business that you doing,
yeah.
it could be lucrative. It could be a generational thing where your kids like it and they want to
Yeah.
continue it.
Yeah.
That's that. But like the key word is if your kids like it, because some
Yeah.
of us got businesses our kids don't even want to have a part of,
Yeah.
which is cool. Because if
Yeah.
if you ain't working and you don't want to do nothing, hey, I ain't using my money to buy you nothing because you don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
But I'm
You
being
know what I'm
hard.
saying?
I'm just talking crap because we
But
do
you
whatever
know
we
that's
got to do
why
for
I
the
be saying
kids.
I feel like with Walmart, right?
Oh, but that's
They
that's
family,
generational money right there.
but that's what I'm saying. They kids probably ain't nowhere in the scheme of things, but they get a check every month or however they getting paid from the corporation, right? And it's just it's just like being thought of though. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you want to go out and go do your own thing, right? Because I'm definitely down with generational wealth and creating a softer cushion for our kids to land on, right? Especially if they want to go do some stuff. It's better having a head start than starting like from the ground up how we did. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
that's what you just said though, right? It's a
mhm,
lot of people in this world. They got a head start. They can't
yeah,
find their way out of a paper bag,
yeah,
but they family started something. They gave them a head start. Like I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna just leave it alone. And some people might not agree with me.
hmm,
Our head start was taken.
yeah,
It was taken. The stuff that maybe our ancestors had burnt up in courthouses,
hmm,
land. We probably had land out of this world.
yeah,
But by eminent domain, companies come in. It's like, oh, nobody owns this land. Boom, this is my land now. Knowing that dang well that ain't your land. That land belonged to somebody, but
hey D,
we couldn't prove it because unfortunately certain courthouses was burned down while others was left standing. And those courthouses that was burnt down, your family could have had a piece of paper in that courthouse to say that is your land. And
yeah,
that land had oil, gold, gas, whatever resources, but that company took it
yeah,
by
and you
eminent domain.
and you know what, D? Since you brought that up, right? And I know we coming close to the end. We already over an hour, but it's Black History Month, so let's keep that going, right? So I was scrolling through because I scrolled through, right? And I seen a young lady get on social media on one of the on somebody that I probably follow or something. They was interviewing her, and what was intriguing to me and really depressing to me and hurtful was that she said black people back in the days, like after they got out of slavery and they started, migrating and earning their own and doing their own thing, they owned more land then, right, than they do today, right? So it made me think, right, what the hell am I thinking about? Or what the hell are we thinking about as a culture? You know what I'm saying? Because like I always want to say, I'm not perfect though, right?
Oh yeah,
But I want the
none of us
best out
perfect.
of life, right? And I want the best out of life for my kids, whether my kids believe that or not, right? But in order for us to get the best things out of life as a culture, as a family, right? We got to work together, right? And we got to think like, I hate to say it, but it's true, right? Property is going to probably, real estate and property is going to be a way to a lot of us making millions of dollars, right? Because it's the only way. It's the only way that's really fail proof, right? And like my dream and the goal is to own much land as property and stuff as I can, right? And I'm nowhere near there yet, but it's in my head, right? So and then when she said that, I'm like, damn. As a culture, where's our mindset at, right? Right? We done seen all the greats, all the people that pushed for us to have these anonyminities and these things, right? And to be able to do all these things, right? But our mind is lost somewhere, right? Our mind is lost somewhere, right? And I don't know, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's like when she said that, I'm like, damn, we ain't in the right headspace, right? Even including myself. And I'm not gonna say everybody is like that, but I'm saying that should be a front runner, right? So when she said that, I said, oh, that's a front runner for me. It's coming back to me. I got books sitting here like probably a $5,000 books on just on real estate, right? Brand new, somebody gave to me, right? And I'm gonna be transparent. I haven't even cracked them open yet, right? But what I'm saying is maybe it's time for me to start cracking them open, right? Because that bothers me. It bothers me that we getting we getting we not even we not even getting led away. We allowing to be led away. You know what I'm saying? Like by not putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? Like as a culture, right? We're not putting in the work. We don't think property matter. We just want to stay renters. We want to just rent, right? Everything that I'm doing, right, is eventually gonna set me up to buy property. You feel me?
Yeah,
And
but
it's,
and
it's
you
it
know what?
also,
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
but what I'm saying is, it's not just all about me. By me sharing this right now, somebody else might get motivated and say, "Dang, let me go check these analytics out and see if what he talking about is true." Right? And then they might get inspired, like, you know what, babe, we need to get on this real estate thing, right? And I'm not the best person to probably talk to about real estate. I know people, other people that's sharp, like D, you a homeowner, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, but what I'm saying is, we have to understand, like, in order to be somewhere, right? We got to lay down a foundation somewhere. In order to make a stand somewhere and have something of your own, you got to put in the work, right?
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
believe that property is a way of getting yourself in the game, right? And it's a way of building your finances up, right? And the more and more you get established, the more and more you feel like, okay. And then your kids see you getting established and they gonna be like, okay, right? This is the standard. Remember we talking about standard? Hey, this is the standard. If you want to be on this level, you can. But if you don't, I ain't gonna force your hand, right? Because it's a soft cushion for you. But if everybody just keep renting, everybody keep thinking everything is cool, 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 right? It's just cool to stay here. It's just cool for this. We're not gonna own nothing, right? That's why
yeah.
this podcast is important as for entrepreneurs, right? D, like you said, with finances and everything, like, cause I have struggles. You feel me? So
Yeah.
that's why I know they're important. Because if you don't know these things and you don't apply these things, we're gonna lose, right? So as I'm talking to you, D, I'm reaffirming what need to be done for myself.
For yourself,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying, though?
Yeah,
And it's
I get it. But you know, and that's the thing, because whatever you was listening to, it's dead on. You
yeah,
know, but where we are as a culture, man, it just goes way back, and I don't think that we can touch on that part.
yeah.
'Cause
The
we almost at
podcast
the
is
end of
gonna
the
get long.
podcast. But the whole thing too, because what I heard, well, what I went through, right, when
Uh-huh.
I became old enough, was, oh man, you know what, I'm gonna rent this, you know, do this and that and the other, and
Yeah,
if you don't know, your renting is like year by year. You dang there like on the contract is year by year,
yeah,
and then depending on where you live at, you know, it your rent increases every year. So you can start off, man. Start off with a $1,400 apartment, one bedroom, one bath, whatever. Gonna hit you for 1,400.
yeah,
At the end of that year, you got to resign that contract. Now
yeah.
it's gonna say, you know what? We don't want to charge you 1,400 no more. We want to charge you
1450.
1,600.
Yeah,
1650, whatever it is. Then you sitting there like, dang, you know, and especially if you was just barely making it with that 1,400, and they kick that rent up, you looking like, oh snap, dang,
but see, that's the
1650.
game, D.
That's the game,
That
right?
separates the homeowner from the renter. They
See, but
can
this,
raise it up on you when they want to.
when
You
they
know what I'm
want
saying?
to see, but
Yeah,
a lot of people don't want to take the initial steps to be a homeowner because of the certain stuff that you have to do as a homeowner,
yeah. You
right?
gotta have some things.
Yo, so for instance, some people say, man, when the water heater go out,
Yeah,
I don't have to pay for that.
yeah,
They got to come fix it. But
yeah.
you got to think about that. The homeowner or the property management. Okay, yeah, your water heater went out. It's gonna cost us $600 to get it fixed. It ain't getting done for free. Somewhere along the line, you're gonna get charged for that, and that's when your rent start kicking up. So as a homeowner, yeah, it's my responsibility. I got to get my hot water heater fixed. But
Hmm.
there's homeowners insurance for that.
Yeah.
So
And
you
see
paying
the
into
D.
homeowners insurance
Yeah,
a little bit of money, not a lot, just a little bit. It might cost you $40, $50 a month or something for your homeowners insurance, but it's covering your hot water heater. It's covering your your uh your pipes. Is covering your roof.
yeah,
You know, and my appliances, I got my appliances covered under homeowner's warranty, but also I got it covered under a warranty from the actual Whirlpool manufacturer was like, hey, you know what? X amount of dollars. And you know, you got to think about, do the math. Okay, man, 3 years, 5 years, whatever, I'm paying this amount of money. Is it going to fail? I don't know. Because some
Yeah.
stuff now fails in the first year.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's covered.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, people might not like to do lawn maintenance. They, you know, but it's crazy because at the end of the day, man, you paying this 1,600, 1,400, whatever it may be, it's just money you throwing in the fire. You just burning this money every month.
And
Personally,
you really doing it, you paying because you don't want to do the work, right?
that could be too. I don't want to say
But
that,
what I
but
mean
as a
by that is,
homeowner,
D,
huh?
what I mean by that is, look, why they don't want to do the work, right? They don't want to, like you just said, they don't want to have to deal with the hot water heater going out. They don't want to have to deal with that, right? So you're gonna get charged for that. Somebody got to deal with it, right?
Somebody got to deal with it, and
So
pretty
that's what I
much,
mean by because they don't want to do the work. They don't want to take on the frustration. Oh, I went out. Let's go pick up one, right? And put it in here, and then we don't have to worry about it for another 3-4 years because this is our property, right? Whether it's gonna be renovated, right, or it's gonna be you gonna stay in this for the long term, right? Me personally, like eventually, I will have renovations, right? Because I understand, like, and it's to each his own because property you can play with it any kind of way, right? But what I'm saying is, I want to be the person that's going up on the rent. Just the bottom line to it. Instead of somebody pressing me for another $25, another $50, because like you said, they not gonna hit you right away.
no,
Long as
no,
somebody gonna pay for that hot water heater. It ain't gonna be the owner. He putting the money up front. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But he gonna eventually raise that rent $25, right? I know this because I done read the books on it. You know what I'm saying? I done studied it. It's like because I'm studying on how can I lose and how can I win, right? When you own property, you can't really lose, right?
no. You can't, because it's
Yeah,
something that you're investing in the long run. You know, but like I said, by me owning this house, right? I'm building equity because the money that I'm spending on paying
yeah.
my mortgage is all I'm like dang near paying myself.
So
So as my property value goes up, don't get
yeah,
me wrong, you got to pay when your property value go up, you got to pay more. You got to pay property taxes.
yeah,
But at the end of it all, just say all be all, man. I've been here 10 years. You know what? I want to rent this house out now,
yeah.
and I got enough money to go buy me another house. But
That's what I
this gets
mean by
back to, it's a business. This
you
gets
can
back
play
to
with
being a
it.
business. So it's
Look,
also generational wealth,
yeah.
because
And you
now
can play with it.
you can play with it. Would like to say, just go into the
That's
land.
the play right
I
there.
don't
You
I
just
don't
said it.
Yeah, that's a play.
You,
I don't own the
yeah,
land. I own the
yeah,
house. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's my property. It's
yeah,
my property, but I gotta pay that. I gotta pay that property tax to the state. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
this is something that it either is gonna go up or it's going. It's like stocks. If you got stocks, it's gonna go up. It's gonna go down.
yeah,
Property is the same way.
yeah.
But when it's overdone and it's said, I said it
Mm-hmm.
wrong. But
Done and over
basically,
with, brother.
but when it's over with
Yeah,
and you finish paying that,
yeah,
30 years. But if you double up, you could get done in 15 years. If you double up
yeah.
your mortgage payment, you can be done in 15 years. You can
Or
be done in
you
10
ain't gotta.
years.
And so that's what scared people too, D. That 30-year thing, right? I can't wait, right? That
Bro,
30
but
year
just
thing,
look
right?
at it, bro. I've been
I
married for 30. I've been with my girl for 30 years.
but see, like what I was saying is plays, right? You gaining off that 30. You ain't losing that
You
whole
you ain't
30. You're not losing,
you
right?
ain't losing, yeah.
So
But
it's
like we
like,
say, each his own, though, man. Each his own, man. If you want to be a renter, you're gonna be a renter.
yeah,
And that's it. That's all. But my whole thing, I'm gonna hit you like E40 said, man. Don't buy $80,000 car before you buy a house. You spend $80,000, $100,000 on the car, and you still renting. Something wrong.
Hey D, I ain't gonna lie. I'm supposed to have the table set up at 10 a.m. Right? Hey, is there anything that you want to say? I'm gonna go bring out the unstoppable table today, man. I ain't been out there in the city in East Palo Alto in a minute with the table, And it's a beautiful day today. I'm gonna go out there and set up. I was supposed to be out there at 10 a.m., but once we get to talking,
Yeah.
right?
We get the rolling, man. We get the rolling. And
Yeah.
we got off topic a little bit. Hey, but
But
this is
nah,
the
that's
party.
beautiful.
It's our own thing. We do what we want to do. But
Yes, indeed. That's
but
the
the next
beautiful
time
thing
we gonna
about it.
come and we gonna be clear, direct, man. But this podcast was just to let y'all know, man. We got it open for y'all. Entrepreneurs, man, small business, big business. Hey, we would love the knowledge, the feedback, so we can continue to give y'all more and more. But this is the place, man. If y'all just starting out, y'all want to know information, we got the information. We want to plug you. And
Yeah,
as we plug in you, we want you to plug us as well. We want to get some of your followers, and hopefully you can get some of our followers. But at
yeah,
the end of the day, man, hey, let's continue to build. That's what we're doing. This is here to build, man, and we want to help y'all build. We want to put y'all on as much as we can put y'all on, and keep networking, man. Let's become a community of network, and and let this be a strong foundation, man. Moving forward, man. But we building just like y'all building. So don't think we there. We ain't there. We know we're
yeah,
there. We're
yeah,
building just like y'all building, man. And this is something for y'all to go back and look at. It's like, man, I remember they were on here talking about they started from here,
yeah,
and eventually we want to get to the place where. We in front of audiences and whatever it may be,
yeah.
man, and
That's the money
y'all
ball.
seen it. Y'all
The
seen
money
it. It
ball
ain't
is
nothing.
elevation.
What
No,
happened, Bo?
I was just saying the money ball is the elevation. But I didn't mean to cut you off. Go
Affirmation.
ahead, bro. You was doing
No,
an
I
amazing
mean,
job.
but at the end of the day, man, we like I said, we want y'all to see us in the infant stage, and it comes to a point where we hit that high plateau. Y'all can say, man, these cats didn't lie about nothing, man. They started from the bottom. We watched them go from the bottom to where they are now.
Yeah,
Wherever that may be, man. That's what this platform is for. We don't want to come to y'all while we already at the top and we yelling and spitting at y'all. This is what you gotta do. Oh, all of that. No. Roll with us. Roll with us.
oh,
You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
yeah,
That's
hey,
it right there, man.
and I ain't got nothing else to say but unstoppable out. Peace.
Peace. Hey, y'all have a good one.
Good job, bro.
Yeah.